So there's this thing going around BookTube. For every 5 books you read, you can reward yourself by buying 1 new book. So this month, I read 1 book I already owned and bought 11 more. I think I messed this up somehow. First, I bought Stars Above by Marissa Meyer. Some of the stories in here have been released online already, but I think there are 5 new short stories that have never been released anywhere before. Then I watched Sam Claflin's new movie trailer and bought Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. This is about a girl who gets a job caring for a quadriplegic man. It's beautiful. And on my trip to buy Me Before You, this caught my eye. Salt to the Sea by Ruta I don't understand my struggle with her name. It shouldn't be this difficult to pronounce. I can't say it. Salt to the Sea is World War II historical fiction about a maritime disaster that is shockingly little known given its magnitude. Anything World War II or maritime disaster, I'm gonna read it. I also ordered Harry Potter this month. That's right, I've never read Harry Potter, and I've never seen any of the movies. I decided it was time to educate myself, so I got myself the first book, and the second book, and the third book, the fourth book, and the 5th book, but I did not order this edition. I was sent the wrong book. I've been building this beautiful collection through the Amazon used marketplace. I've found all of these perfectly brand new looking used books for about $2 each. When they retail for about 13 to 15 bucks. That's amazing. But this is the risk you run when ordering them like that. This particular seller listed this edition, but really had this edition. But it was actually a really great service in the end. I wrote to them and I was like, I specifically ordered this. I don't want this. And they refunded my money immediately with no need to actually return the book. So cool. And then Amazon sent me this, got here in 2 days, and arrived on a Sunday. This baffles me. All is right with my Harry Potter collection again. I don't know what to do with this now. I picked up another JoJo book because I was enjoying Me Before You so much. I got 1+1. I'm really excited to read everything she's ever written now. Then I caught up on Jane the Virgin. Jane mentions in one of the episodes that her favorite book is The House of the Spirits by Isabel Allende. So I got myself on Amazon and ordered The House of the Spirits by Isabel Allende because it's Jane Villanueva's favorite book. So I need it. Seriously, if you're not watching Jane the Virgin, you need to be. The show is frickin' fantastic, and the main character is a writer. It's glorious. Oh, and this, I also forgot to say what this was about. I don't know. I just bought it because JoJo. That was great synopsis, wasn't it? And all I know about this, it's magical realism, and I think I heard that it's sort of a generational story, sort of like Ava Lavender, or that's what I immediately thought of when I heard a little bit about it, but I don't know. I don't know anything about this. I have this because of Jane. And then, since it is the month of catching up on overdue things, I decided to get on the Game of Thrones train, mainly because my friend Julia, over at Julia Talks Too Much, loves it so much, so I gotta check it out. And I found myself a nice big old trade paperback. It's nice and floppy, like the Outlander paperbacks. Look how nice that is to read. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Alright, now let's take a look at some of the books I actually managed to read this month. First up, I finished reading Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Graudin. What is my issue with last names? This book is a fascinating alternate history in which the Axis powers won World War II. If you want to hear more in-depth thoughts about this book, I have a whole video, which I will link down below, but I gave this a 5 out of 5. I loved it. And then I picked up one of my old Charmed books. I have been loving going back to these lately. They're not great. They're not very well written or anything, but they're just fun, and they remind me of a simpler time. 3 out of 5 for Voodoo Moon, and there's no video about this. Next, I read Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I'm not actually really sure how to say her name either. This video is a struggle today. Moyes? 10 out of 5. This will forever sit on my favorites shelf. I was not prepared to be so completely affected by this book. And I do have a video review for this one, which I will also link down below. Don't mind the tears. I did the best I could. And when I finished reading this book, I need something to pull me out of my emotions. So I finally turned to Harry Potter. And it proved to be the perfect escape. I have a Harry Potter video but I'm not actually sure where I'll be in the whole editing process by the time you see this video, so I might have a video posted for this, and I might not. But I will have it linked below whenever it's posted. My god, video editing though, it's like a full-time job. It is so deceptively time-consuming, and I keep running out of laptop space, so I can only work on one thing at a time. So yeah, I have no idea what will be done or not by the time you see this. This is a mess. Let's move on. I gave the first book 4 out of 5. I loved it. I continued right on with Chamber of Secrets. Another 4 out of 5. Could have done without the vomiting of slugs. Other than that, it was a good time. And then I picked up Prisoner of Azkaban, which has been my favorite so far. I think I'm maybe just getting more invested in the characters or something, or the writing feels stronger to me. The whole premise of this one in particular really hooked me. So it was a really good reading month for me. I'm a very slow reader, so I'm very pleased with 6. Also, this was like the month of England. The last 4 books I read were set in England, written by English authors. I feel like the English accent in my head is never gonna go away. Not that I'm complaining, because it's quite lovely. Oh, and I also watched Love, Rosie for the first time ever this month, and it was so good. I loved it so much. I don't usually skip right to the movie without reading the book, but the movie just appealed to me more. Have any of you guys read the book? I keep hearing mixed things about it, and I've heard the majority say that the movie is better. I'd love to know what you thought of it. I would also love to hear how your reading / book buying month went. And if you would like to be notified when I post new videos, you can click on that little subscribe button down below, and I would be so thankful. Thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you soon. Bye! Leo won an Oscar last night!